So right now, today we need to discuss about the day one topic. Clear?
Yeah.
And in day one, we discuss lots of theory about the SD-WAN, about the traditional routing. Okay. Then we
Okay.
discuss some other topics. Okay. Right now, in day one, why we discuss the traditional routing? Because in traditional routing or networking, we are getting some issues. For example, if we want to learn about the traditional networking, if someone asking, if we're performing the traditional networking, so in traditional networking, how many types devices we are using? Devices. So
Router,
basically, we are
network,
for a router, then we are
switches,
using switches, then we are using firewalls,
firewall.
then access points, then we are using the load balancers. Clear? Then we
Yeah.
are using some, you can say we are using some IP phones also. Clear? So those devices we are using. Now, one more thing. In traditional routing, whenever we perform, so those devices available, but we are getting the router is two types. We are getting router two type. One is my enterprise series and one is my data center series router. Clear? Switch is
Yeah.
also same. We are getting some enterprise series switches and some is data center. But firewalls only depends on your domain. Which domain? If you are having if you are having receiving the 2000 users traffic, if you are receiving 5000 user traffic, if you want to do packet filtering, data packet inspection, clear, URL filtering, so you are using now access point. Basically access point, we are getting a multiple types. For example, we are getting an enterprise. For example, we are getting some data center series also. Clear? Access point. Now load balancer, why we use load balancer? Access point provide the wireless connectivities and load balancer to distribute your data traffic. Clear? Distribution process. IP phones to make a voice call through the IP phones. Clear? Now if we are using those devices in traditional networking, so how design will be available? So we create small design for enterprise series. Clear? We
Yeah.
create some enterprise series. Now, basically, if we are using a router, so router can perform which task first? Routing. Then can perform which one task? You can configure policy. You can configure quality of service. Clear? You can configure which one? Policy based routing. You can configure some protocols. Clear? You can configure BGP, MPLS, and VPN scenario also. Now, if we are using the switches, so we can support switching protocols. Clear? Switching
Hmm.
protocols. Now, mostly we are using VLAN, DTP, VTP, STP, inter-VLAN routing. Clear? We can configure ACL task also. Clear? Now, if we are using a firewalls, on firewalls we are doing some filtering task. Clear? We can configure some policy. We can do some URL inspection task. We can do deep packet inspection. Clear? We can do uh, malware analyze. We can do. Clear? Multiple things. Load balancer means distribute data. Clear?
Hmm.
Inspection application you can do. Clear? Now, okay, IP phones to do voice call. AP means to provide wireless connectivity. Okay. Now, so those devices we are using my enterprise network. How to create enterprise network? For example, this one is box. In this box, we are getting complete devices. Okay. Now,
Okay.
we are getting some routers, this side, this side. Okay. Now, we are getting some firewalls, this side, this side. We are getting some, switches.
Switches.
Yeah. We are getting a this side switch. We are getting a this side switch. This one switch, this one, and this. Clear? Now, basically some access points we are using this side and this side. Clear? And this
Mhm.
side we are getting some of LAN users. Router 1. This one is router 2. This one is my firewall 1, firewall 2. This one is access point, and this one is my which switches, core switches. Clear?
Mhm.
Now, this one is my distribution layer switches, distribution switches, distribution switches. This one is some PC, some laptops, some physical servers. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
provide the connectivities. Now, basically router 1 connected with this one, connected with this one, and this one. Clear? Now, firewall connected with this side, and this core switch connected with both firewall. Clear? Now, core switch connected with this one, this one, this side, this one, and this one. This access point connected with my directly which switches? Core switches. Distribution switches providing this side, this one, and this one. Design is clear?
Yep.
Wissam, oh, your name is Wissam or which one?
Yeah, that's right, Wissam.
Wissam. Okay. Because one of my student from Afghanistan also same name.
What's name? Wissam with M in the last.
Yeah, Wissam, same to same name.
That's good. Nice. Nice to hear that someone from Afghanistan, his name saying.
Yes, same to same name, Afghanistan. Wissam. Okay, now. So this one is my small organization. Clear? You can
Yeah.
verify. In in this one is my organization. And now in this organization, we are getting a multiple devices. Now. If you implement, so basically first task you need to perform on basically routers. Yes or no? On these devices, you are performing a routing task. Clear? You are
Yeah.
enable some protocols. Clear? You need to configure some net feature. You need to configure some uh you can say VPN. Clear? You need to configure some a policy also. Clear? Now, after this layer, you need to jump to which one side here?
Firewall.
Firewall. Okay, firewall or access point you are configured together. Okay, no issue. This one. Now,
Okay.
basically on firewalls, you need to configure some filtering
Filtering.
task. You need to configure some deep packet inspection. You need to configure some URL inspection. You need to configure some application filtering also. Now, after this thing, you need to jump to next layer. This one. This one is which one layer? A switches. This side
Switches.
you need to configure some switching task. You need to configure some VLAN. You need to configure some access port task. You need to configure some trunk ports. Yes or no? You need to configure some STP feature. You need to configure some inter VLAN routing. You need to configure some Ether channel also.
Mhm.
Okay. You need to configure some security protection also. Now, basically after these things, you are getting complete organization. Clear? Now you're working domain. Okay. Now in this case, if someone say this organization getting some branches, this organization getting some
Branch.
branches. Okay, this one is your branch. Branch number is 1. In this branch, you are getting some router connected with switch. and this switch connected with some of users. Clear?
Clear.
This side. Now, one more branch available this side.
Without
This one,
firewall, right?
yes, branch number 2. Router, switches, and some of LAN users. So how to connect these branches? Basically, we are using some internet service
MPLS or
ISP, basically, and this ISP provide the internet connectivity for each branch. Now you are connecting with each branch. After this ISP, internally this ISP connected with multiple ISPs. Yes or no? Now
Mhm.
this branch is active. But how to provide connectivity? Now network engineer performs some another task to connect head office to branches. How to connect? Basically, we are going to router 1 and we are going to router 2. And both router will perform some tunneling task. Which one, dear? Tunnel task. We create tunnels to connect my
Mhm.
branches. You can say VPN, we can say BGP, we can say MPLS task we are performing, and then my branches is connected. Now, this branch user want to access, this branch user want to access this servers. Now, next task, you need to configure some router 1, some another task for net, specific net you need to perform for branches. Yes or no? You need to
Mhm.
configure some policy for branches. Okay, now then traffic reach on firewalls. On firewalls, you need to configure allow, deny on filtering type. You need to do deep packet inspection for branches, URL filtering, application verification on branches. Clear? Okay, now traffic reach on which one side? Core
Core
switches and
switches.
distribution switches. Okay,
Mhm.
now you need to configure some VLAN for every branch. Yes or no? Then you need to allow access port or trunk port configuration. Basically, access port we are not configure only one time, but trunk port you need to allow this branch VLAN. You need to allow for STP, inter-VLAN routing, bundling task. Okay, then your traffic will be reach on serve. Now, if someone say, I want to change one switch, this one. If this core switch goes hardware failure, then you need to plug in new switch and you need to do again these things one more time. Yes or no? So in this
Yes.
case, if you want to connect your branches, you need to do lots of things in traditional networking. Yes or no? Why? Basically, if you are using a networking device, for example, if you are using a router, if you are using dear switch, if you are using firewall, clear? If you are using a load balancer, so each device, clear dear? Each device maintain planes. Which plane dear? We are getting a first name. Which one plane? Control plane. One more plane is available. Which one? Data plane. And one more plane is management plane. So each device is separately maintained. Why separately maintained if someone asking? For example, Wissam, if you have any idea about the EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, you have any idea?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. Right now, basically, this one is your design to learning
Mhm.
why we use planes. Okay. For example, those router connected this type. Okay. Now, this one is your router 1, this one is your router 2, this one is your router 3, this one is your router 4. This side gig link 0 by 0, gig 0 by 1, gig 0 by 0. Clear? This side we are using F0 by 0, F0 by 1, F0 by 0, F0 by 1, or 0 by 0. No worry. Now router 1
Mhm.
having some users. Clear? And router 4 having some servers. Now, basically, server network is X. So this router 1, how to receive this X network? We are using some routing protocols. Clear na? To
Mhm.
receive X network on router 1, on router 3, on router 2. How to receive? We are running some EIGRP protocol. We can run some OSPF. We can
OSPF,
run some BGP
BGP.
also.
Mhm.
Now, whenever we enable any protocol on any device, so this device is first formed together neighborship task. Which one task, dear? Neighborship. If neighborship is done, then devices will exchange update. Devices will exchange here update. And this update will carry which information? X network. Which network, dear? X network. So router 1 say in my routing table, X network is available. But via
Mhm.
which one is best path? Via which one is best path? This one is my 1 GB link.
Mhm.
Gig means 1 GB. And this
Yeah,
one is my 100.
depends on the metric for each protocol.
So right now, X network we can reach via R3. R3 is my best partner to reach 1 GB fastest.
Mhm.
Clear? Now. Okay. Right now, this one is my best path. That is the reason install in my routing table. But via R2 to R4, this one is my which path, for example?
Backup.
Backup path, but not available in my routing table. For example, after sometimes, this link goes down. Then what will be happen? R1 possible to reach R4 via R3? No. So R1 again install, remove this route and again install this route via which one person? Via R2. But in between R4 or R2, in between R1 or R2, again update will process because we are break the neighborship. Now, if neighborship is down, then again we need to form. So router 1 again calculate the path and then you are getting the backup path to reach X network. So in this case, first task, which one, dear? First task. We just need to enable routing protocol. Enable routing protocol. Each devices.
Mhm.
Second task. Second task, Wissam. Neighborship will be formed. Each devices. Third task. Update will be exchanged. Each devices. Fourth number task. If you want to manipulate your path, you need to go to any router and manipulate. So that means management via centralized device is possible? No. Update will be possible? No. So in this case, each device maintain those planes. Basically, why we use control plane? Basically, control plane work is whenever devices exchange which messages, dear? Updates.
Mhm.
Updates, or you can say protocol information, then perform. Which one task? Control plane task.
Control plan.
Yes, whenever device exchange protocol information, which type protocol? If someone asking, STP, DTP, VTP, clear? Or you can say
Mhm.
CDP, or you can say RIP protocol, you can say EIGRP, you can say OSPF, you can say BGP. So this type protocol or multiple protocols, whenever exchange information via messages. So we are
Mhm.
using which one plane, dear? Control plane. Now, what is the meaning of data plane then, Vishal? Data plane means whenever device forward receive traffic. Traffic means actual data. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Whenever I
Yes.
am doing, whenever I am sending some files, so we are using data plane. What is the meaning of management plane? Whenever network engineer do via CLI, via GUI, or physically or remotely manage or do configuration, then use. Clear?
Mhm.
So right now, last my traditional routing, if I want to configure any feature, any protocol, so we just need to log in with my laptop and access my router, access my firewall, access my access point, access my switches. So basically every device manage separately management plane. Yes or no? So router one
Yes.
separately management plane. Firewall also management plane. This one is also management point. This one is also management plane. If devices exchange information, that means router one exchange information, control plane is separate, firewall also separate, access point is separate, switch is also separate. If router forward traffic, if firewall forward and receive traffic, that means data plane is also separately managed. So if you're having separate planes, that condition we are getting issues. Which issues? For example, in your lens side, if you're having 1000 users, how many users, Wissam? 1000 users.
1000.
So this switch required more CPU, more RAM. This switch is also more CPU, more RAM. Firewall also, router also. Yes or no? So you just need to
Yes.
require hardware requirement is more than normal organization. Yes or no? So in this case, you attach in your networks high-end series router, firewall, switches, access point. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, one more thing. Basically, in my SDN, we are getting some software defined network. Yes or no? In my
Yes.
software defined network, we manage traditional networking via software defined network. How to manage? Basically, SDN will provide three solutions. Which one, dear?
Mm-hmm.
First solution name is for data center. For data center, we are using some APIC controller. Which one, dear? We are using some
Epic
APIC
controller.
controller. Okay. For LAN means local area network.
Mm-hmm.
We are using
Yes.
some SD access. We are using some
SD
SD
access.
XD access. SD access we are using. In SD access, we are using DNA controller. Which one, dear?
Mm-hmm.
DNA
DNA controller.
controller. Third solution for which one? WAN. If you want to manage WAN devices, so we are using
SD1.
SD-WAN. In
Our
SD-WAN, we are also
course.
getting controller. We are getting some controller. Which controller
Controller.
we are? We are getting vSmart, vManager, vBond. Clear? Now,
Mm.
basically, this SD-WAN solution provided by different vendors. Clear? Via Cisco, via Viptela, via Versa also. Clear? But which solution we are following? Viptela. So V
Viptela.
means Viptela solution controllers. Clear?
Is
Which one
Versa
controller?
is also good?
Yeah, Versa is also available.
Okay.
One more thing you need to remember. Basically, same traditional network, this one. I think you remember, Vissam. This
Yes.
traditional we are using the last time. Now, basically in my organization, I'm attached some controllers. I'm attaching some controllers. Which controllers? For example, my first controller deploy. Which one? Its name vManager. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Then we deploy one more controller. Its name vSmart.
vSmart.
Then we deploy which one controller now?
vBond.
vBond. Clear? And this controller you can deploy on physical device or you can deploy on cloud premise also. Clear? Depends on you. For
Mm-hmm.
example, this controller available on my AWS. Clear? And this AWS attached with ISP and you can access. Clear? Connected with routers, firewalls also. Now. Or you can directly connect with your domain also. Clear? Direct connect with your domain also, this
Mm-hmm.
controller. Okay. So I'm using this controllers connected with my switch, for example. Now, what will happen if we are using this type of design? Oh, very easy, very easy. For example, if you want to upgrade, if you want to upgrade, which one thing? iOS. Which devices? Router, firewalls, switches. Clear? If you want to upgrade, so how to upgrade? You need to go to each and every device in traditional. But why we are using now? We are using SD-WAN scenario,
SD1.
SDN solution. Which one? SDN. So in
Yes.
this case, you need to log in with your vManager. Log in your vManager. And from this device, this controller, you can upgrade your each devices within a single command. Clear? Okay. Now one more thing you can do. For example, a router one want to receive or want to exchange any network information. For example, Y network with firewall, with router to with switches. This Y network information I want to propagate. We are using which protocol right now in my internal domain? BGP. If I am
BGP.
using, for example, OSPF, router, one, two, firewall, switches also enable which protocol? OSPF. So I want to exchange network information. So in this case, we are using which controller, dear?
vSmart.
We last time router one exchanged this information with each devices. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Firewall will exchange with each devices. But now, if we are using SDN solution, so router only forward this information on which side? vSmart side. And now vSmart forward this information which side? Firewall, switches, router to firewall to, and all switches. Clear? So network information you can propagate via single device. No need to go to each and every device. That condition means router 1 required to form neighborship with router 2 or firewalls? No. Basically, all information devices will exchange with which device only? vSmart.
vSmart.
And vSmart
So
will propagate.
that means
Yes.
we are not going to use any routing protocol like OSPF, EGRP, or etc.
EIGRP not supported by SDN. Only
Oh,
OS.
okay,
EIGRP,
okay.
rest of the same protocol you can see. Now, why we use vBond? That condition, if someone asking, Wissam, why we use vBond person? For example, last time you just need to connect your branches, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
how to verify this router and this router is authenticate router. Sometimes this PC can be possible to convert as a router. We can use some tools. An attacker can possible to convert this PC as a router. So how to
Mm-hmm.
verify this things? So vBond is available. vBond is available. You just need to connect your branch and this routers can be verified by which person? Which
V1.
person? vBonds. This switches also can verify by
V1.
vBonds. This firewall also possible to verify by vBond. This
V1.
router also possible to verify by
V1. So all
vBond.
authentication verification go through vBond.
vBond. That's very good. Now one more thing. One
One
more thing.
question before we go through that.
Yes.
vManage, vSmart, vBond, it came one
To
device or
perform.
separate?
Again, ask
Ah,
me.
vManage, vSmart, vBond came with one device or separate or
Separate.
separate? Ah, okay.
Yeah, separate.
And
Because we are
possibility install it on physical and VMware, right?
yes, basically, do you want to install this controllers? So you have option, two option. You can deploy on your cloud premises. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can deploy on your VMware also. You can deploy on your Hyper-V also. Yeah. You can deploy on KVM also. But if you want to use physical, you just need to purchase which one? UCS box.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any idea about UCS,
No, that's later we need to talk of or now if you would like to. USS and VMware. What's different also between VMware, Hyper-V, and KVM? And
It's a virtualization machines. Virtualization.
all of them?
Virtualization machine. If you are using VMware, so
Yeah,
same as it.
yeah.
But
I
we are
have.
getting,
I already used
yes,
that.
yes. If you are having VMware, so all are same, but we are getting some advanced features.
Okay.
If you want to change, if you want to upgrade your adapters, if you want to increase your adapter speeds, do you want to increase your RAMs, so you can use. All
Okay.
are same. All are same, but provided by different
VMware.
vendors.
Ah,
Provided by
okay.
different vendors. That is the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud also we are getting now different vendors. AWS,
Yes.
Azure, yes or no? Or Cisco also
Yes.
providing cloud. Yes or no? Or you can
Yeah,
also use
Meraki.
private cloud. So basically, we are getting any difference? No, all are same,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
resources we can get na, and vendor are different. So same as it is VMware, Hyper-V, KVM also same, but different vendors, different solutions. Clear? Now, one more thing you need to remember about SD-WAN solution. Clear? Now, in SD-WAN solution, brother, in SD-WAN solution, we are using some controllers. Clear na? And we are
Yeah.
using some which one devices? Wissam? Vantage
Control
device. We are
one
using controller plus which one devices? We are using Vantage devices. Okay?
one age.
And
One age devices.
yes, Vantage.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right now, what is the meaning of Vantage devices?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, controllers can be managed. Control plane, clear, and management plane, clear, and authentication task, clear na? So this task can be managed by control plane, but one plane is missing. So this vantage device will be managed. Which one?
Data plane. Okay. Okay. Yes.
Clear? Now, this authentication plane, basically, its name is orchestration plane. Which one? Orchestration
Orchestration.
plane. Okay. So in networking, we are calling orchestration. So how many planes managed by controller? Control plane, management plane, and orchestration plane. And
Orchestration.
managed devices will manage
Data
data
plane.
plane. Okay. If someone asking, sir, which type of managed devices we are using, same as it is, brother, routers. But this router support iOS XE. The operating system is iOS XE. That
What you
means
mean X? Yeah.
XE means SDN solution supported. SDN means software defined network solution. If you want to
All
implement,
XE. Yes. Go ahead.
yeah, software defined network solution supported iOS. Clear? Now, which type of router we are using? We can possible to use Viptela routers. Okay. We can use Viptela routers. That means Viptela managed devices. We can use normal routers, Cisco. No. We can use ASR. We can use ISR. We can use CSR also. Clear? So basically, this one is advanced series. Clear? You can say high-end or data centers series we are using. Normal
Mm-hmm.
router, if you're having 181841, 2800, 2900, 7200, this type devices can be support in SDN? No. Okay. Never support. Only this one series. Clear? Cisco. No.
Which series, Cisco?
ASR, ISR, or CSR.
Okay. Uh, Actually, could you later also just if you have a time and you can just I need to know about the iOS support EX. I mean, which iOS kind
IO
of support
basically
what?
right now iOS means Internet Networking Operating System. Okay.
Yeah, I know that.
X,
I mean the version. Yeah, this one what I'm talking about.
XE means it's an actual SDN solution. Which one? SDN solution.
Okay.
SDN solution operating system. Clear?
Okay,
Now,
clear.
one more thing you need to remember about SDN, SD-WAN, you
Mm-hmm.
can say. Right now. One more thing we need to discuss. Basically, for SD-WAN, clear? For SD-WAN, we need to discuss about some advanced topic. Which one advanced topic? This SD-WAN also required some Windows servers. Okay, we can use Windows server. We can use some CA server also. Clear? Both are same, but dependent on your organization. How to authenticate your devices. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So this one is your certificate server. Which one, dear? Certificate
Server.
server. We discuss how to create. Okay. Now,
Okay.
one more thing. Go to up. Go to next slide. Now one more point we need to discuss about Wissam SD-WAN. After traditional networking, we are getting some SDN solution. And SDN solution is better to perform because we can manage by whole domain devices via single device. Yes or no? Now,
Mm-hmm.
whenever we discuss about vManager, whenever we discuss about the vSmart, whenever we discuss about the vBond, so I think we discuss vManager managed by
Controller plan.
vSmart,
Data
v
plan.
vManager will manage management plane. vSmart manage
Control plan.
control plane. vBond manage
Orchestra. That means the authentication and yeah,
yes,
orchestration plan.
yes. And where we manage data plane, so manage devices. Which one,
One
dear?
is device. One devices. Age.
Manage devices. So this manage devices manage the
Data
data
plane.
plane. Yeah. Now one more thing you need to remember. I think you need to verify. Give me 1 second to show me the picture.
Okay.
So
Bless you.
D drive. In Wissam, in your organization, which type of devices you are using router? Which series router you are using right now?
Well, here we are using Juniper actually. Juniper firewall. Firewall as a and router. But we use Catalyst switch 930,
Okay.
9300, sorry, and 9200. And
Are you done
sometime,
CCNA? Are you done
yep,
CCNA, CCNP?
yes, 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 I already have it.
Okay. So
I
that
will,
means very
yeah, when we finish that, maybe I will go with you also to finish my CCMP.
okay. Now verify Wissam. This one is my Cisco 7200. Which one, dear?
Okay,
Cisco
7200 Cisco.
series a router. Why we use this series router? Basically, if you are having more than 5,000 user traffic, if you are receiving 1,000 networks, clear? So we are using this one router. Basically, first thing, Wissam, I need to just verify. For example, this one is router, and this router manage multiple planes. I think you remember control,
Mm-hmm.
data,
Data manage.
management, and service also, na?
Mm-hmm.
Service plane also. Control plane, data management service. How it works? For example, this side one user connected, clear? And this user connected with switch, and switch connected with this interface. Okay. Now, and for example, this side multiple routers connected. Which one, dear? Multiple routers connected. Now, basically, whenever this user forward any traffic, so this router will be received. Clear? And
Mm-hmm.
now one more. Whenever this router share X network or Y network information on this router, so this router will be receive again. Yes or no? Now,
Yes.
basically, whenever router receive each information, so router will check some
Table.
tables. And router will maintain first which one table?
Routing.
Routing table. I think you remember. But
Yes.
before routing table, this router also maintain RIB table. And which one table, dear? FIB table.
FIB table.
Okay. Now RIB means routing information base table. FIB means forwarding information base table. Clear? Now,
Mm-hmm.
whenever user send the traffic, so user send some packets. User
Mm-hmm.
send some packets.
Packets.
Whenever routers send updates, so this one is also
Packets.
packets. Now, okay. Right now, this one is send routed packet, and this one is sending
Routed packet also.
which packet? Routing
Routing.
packets. Okay, what is the difference? Routed packet means we are getting source IP, we are getting
Destination
destination
IP.
IP on layer 3. Only this information.
Mm-hmm.
And routing means we are sending source IP, we are sending destination IP on layer 3. But again, we attach which one information? Network. Which network? X
Mm-hmm.
network. So in this case, whenever we are receiving the routed packet, so device will check which one table first? FIB. FIB
Forwarding.
means I want to jump from one user to another side. So FIB table check for forwarding decision. Your data traffic will be pass another side. But whenever we are receiving which one packet?
Routing.
Routing packet.
Routing.
Then device will store first RIB table. And RIB
Mm-hmm.
table check all information. Then same information copy into which table?
FIB.
FIB. And attach after copy, attach which interface? Outgoing interface. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and after information add both table, then we maintain which table?
Routing table.
Routing.
Routing table.
Okay. Now. One more packet also managed. One more packet also available. For example, if this user say, I want to take a backup, this box, how to take backup? So basically this user log in with your router,
Mm-hmm.
clear? And do some command task and get backup. In this condition, this user sending the which one packet? Which packet? Management packets.
Mm-hmm.
So how many types of packet available? Routed, routing, and dear
Managed type. Managed packets.
managed. Clear? Any doubt, Prashant?
Sorry?
Any doubt?
No, it's okay.
Okay, brother, just go through this video because we cover all the theories. Clear? And tomorrow we discuss some another topic. Okay.